property. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never got into them. But, I mean,
I've tried, but I only get so far, and then I'm just like, I
got to see something happen.
In Zork, you get to a particular area where there's like a time machine, and you can go to different times, but I never figured out anything to tell me which time I should be going to, and that's just too wide variety of options. Because most times you go to, you just instantly die.
Yeah. What other formats? I mean, you mentioned comics. Did you ever read any of the comics?
No, I'm not 100% sure there are Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy comics. I feel like there must be.
I mean, there are Child's Play comics with Chucky. There's got to be Hitchhiker's Guide comics.
Well, Harry Potter is all over the fucking place, but no comics for Harry Potter.
But
she has not released licensing for comic books to be made of Harry Potter?
JK like the one in charge of all that stuff? He's not owned by a corporation. She actually owns him, right? She owns Harry Potter. So,
but like Warner Brothers owns the film rights, and
so they probably have to make it. If they did anything, they would have to make it like completely different.
Like, look, if you guys think there's a lot of Harry Potter in the world, there could be a lot more. There could be a Harry Potter TV series.
So she's a little bit like Bill Watterson?
No, obviously not.
I mean, in that she doesn't...
There are Harry Potter theme parks, man. They're opening a giant Harry Potter store in New York. 5 stories tall.
I didn't compare her to Jim Davis. I said that I'm saying that she discerns. It's not just all for all. Like, Bill Watterson lets certain things go, like the calendars, the books. That's about it. But still, he's discerning, is my point.
Yeah, but, I mean...
She's a cunt, no doubt. But I'm saying, for the property she owns, she is discerning. Would that be fair to say?
I think maybe she's just got something against comic books, maybe.
Huh, okay.
They're
not like actual...
have you seen the Fantastic Beasts movies? She cannot be that discerning.
No, I haven't seen them.
And she wrote those.
Oh, she actually wrote the scripts?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. Okay, so we got the TV show, we got the books, we got the radio show, we got the video games. Is there anything else?
The movie, of course.
I said the movie.
Which we discussed. No, you said the TV show, the books.
I said the TV show, the movie, the books, and the game. I said that's 4. Anything else?
I think that's it.
That's pretty good.
That's all over the... But the real point here is the mutability of the content for the medium.
Right.
Which, like I've been guilty in the past of like being like, oh, well. Like, I mean, I remember as a kid, even though Michael Keaton's Batman was my introduction to Batman, once I started reading the comics, then I was watching that movie going, his eyes are green. They're supposed to be blue.
He's supposed to be 6 feet. Michael Keaton's like 5'7". Yeah,
like I instantly turned into that fucking thing.
He turned into Russ.
But
I'm turning into Russ slowly, by the way.
How many of our listeners do you think that's going to...
What are you worried about? You're not the one who has to edit this shit.
I just wanted to say that so that you were sure to edit it. And now that you know it upsets me, you won't edit it. And
the more you talk about what I'm going to edit, the more this stays in, buddy. That's how this game goes.
I know. I should know better by now. It's been 25 years or more.
Jesus Christ,
I don't want to math
more
it.
Than that.
I don't want to math young. Well, let's see. We met in 1993. It's 2021. And I'm...
Is it? I got to go. I left
28 years. My fuck.
28 years.
Right. But I no longer get upset about the inconsistencies between mediums when it comes to adaptations, partially because of Douglas Adams, partially because Neil Gaiman, who was greatly influenced by Douglas Adams, one of his first writing gigs ever actually was writing about Douglas Adams.
Mm-hmm. Like a journalism piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neil has always said, it's okay that this thing is different because the other thing is still there.
Yeah.
No one's burning all the copies of the books because there's a movie.
Right.
Like, the thing that you love the way you love it is still there.
Yeah.
This thing's allowed to be unique.
Right.
And it's better if it's unique. Like, I just watched the Amazon, the first season of the Invincible animated series on Amazon, which is an adaptation of the comics. And it's a very true adaptation of the comics. And while I enjoyed it, I definitely got less enjoyment from it from knowing every single beat of everything that happens.
Yeah, you saw everything coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I read the comics. I'm very familiar with them. And, like, I knew everything that was going to be coming, so there were no surprises.
No.
And when something would, like, that was, you know, foreshadowing something or was setting something up, I knew what was being set up. I was like, oh, yeah, that's coming.
And it's boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
But if you're changing stuff, though, I mean, I still loved Invincible. Don't get me wrong. But if you're changing stuff for a new medium, then you get to re-experience that thing. And instead of being mad that you're not being spoon-fed exactly what you got before, visually or, you know, in some new way, be happy that you get to experience something you love again for the first time.
I wish we've had encounters with him in the past, in our long past. I wish that you could give that impassioned speech to Stephen King in the 70s, because that idiot actually hates Kubrick's version of The Shining. And it was his complaint for many years. Well, they don't do what my books do. When Pet Sematary, you name it. When anyone was
that is a different complaint.
It's not really.
Because he feels that the changed ending changes the entire meaning of his book, which is a different thing.
I mean, hold on. Kubrick didn't just change one or two things. He changed a lot.
Yeah, but Stephen King's complaint is that...
It was a long-standing complaint, not just with The Shining. It was with every movie that they made.
No, I mean, we're talking about Alan Moore now.
Yeah.
Alan Moore has never liked anything that's been made of his work, no matter how fucking
good it was. Or Frank Miller,
was.
if you really want to break it. I mean, he was even non-comic related stuff. He was a nightmare on RoboCop 3.
Well, I mean, he was the screenwriter on RoboCop 3. That wasn't an adaptation.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, he's crazy no matter which way you slice it.
Oh, yeah, he's a total shitbag. And actually...
He's brilliant, but...
We did one of his screenplays on Table Reads.
Which one?
Batman Year One. Now, he wrote the Batman Year One comics.
He didn't write the screenplay.
He did write the screenplay.
Oh, he did?
And it's completely different than the comics that he previously wrote. And it's also real bad and batshit. Guys,
oh boy.
Please go to tablereadspodcast.com and listen to our episodes on Batman Year One, where we read that script.
Right up here in the corner, everybody. Click the link.
Oh, look at that. He's magic.
Damn right.
If you're on YouTube. There's no corner and there's no link if you're listening to this
Fandom
as a podcast. So yeah, that's what I'm saying is, like, let stuff be new.
Now, when it's in different formats.
Right. I do understand Stephen King occasionally think, like, I understand any author being upset if their work is taken and, like, if their central message is being altered.
Yeah.
At their perception, like, that's a thing. Like, they're
specifically talking about Kubrick. There's a good argument to be made. People used to make the argument about the original 21st chapter of A Clockwork Orange was all about how Alex is older. He has a new set of droogies. He decides of his own volition. He doesn't want to do it anymore and be a dad. And that was the 21st chapter that wasn't in the American version. He didn't know about the British version. It's a moot argument.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had no idea.
I thought he made the decision to cut out the 21st chapter.
No, he didn't know about it.
Because the movie and the book then have, like, vastly different messages.
Correct.
One is evil will win.
Yeah, if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit always. And the book is like, or maybe you could just leave him alone and make his own decisions.
Yeah. 100% 180 different
Total
message
different,
from those two mediums.
From one chapter. Just one final chapter. And it's, But yeah.
So if he had theoretically made that decision rather than just not knowing about it, then Alex Burgess would have a very valid point to say, this is bullshit, and I don't agree with this. In that situation.
Correct, except for one minute nitpick. Alex Burgess is the book character. The Alex in the movie is Alex DeLarge.
No, Alex Burgess wrote the book.
No, Anthony Burgess wrote
Anthony Burgess. Yes, that's what I meant. Anthony Burgess.
We'll cut it in together to make you sound brilliant.
Thank you.
All right, man. I think that about does it for this episode of GISZH.
Oh, I forgot to
do the effect. Unless you can think of anything else you'd like to add about the wonder that is Hitchhiker's Guide.
Not about Hitchhiker's Guide. I would like to say, if you are watching this and would like an audio version instead,
understandable, because look at our mugs.
Go to fandomlim.com. And if you're listening to this and would like to experience the video
or the GISZH box,
then Trevor, where do they go?
To Hell in a Handbasket by way of youtube.com/Ferris Wheelhouse 2.
And for other great podcasts, go to fandomlim.com. There's a lot there. There's a lot of podcasts that you can listen to and subscribe to on various formats.
Wait, we can do that later with the end plate by the on-air sign.
Okay. Well, then you can just cut this out.
No, it's all saying it. But just say goodbye. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
All right, episode 1 in the can, buddy.